now he'll never have to go to work for anybody ever again. I think that's pretty darn cool.
What's going on?
Al 5 Rockstar and then team member, Ryan Cody McMorris. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. What's up, man? What's up? You guys send your thoughts and prayers over to G-Lock. I know it takes a lot for him to go onto the shelf. I was sick Monday, and I had to shut down one of my webinars too. So definitely thoughts and prayers go out to my man Ron. He's one of my good friends. So definitely send some good energy his way, guys. Today I want to discuss the reasons that people don't buy, and I want to give you the 9 mental triggers that make people buy and just make your stuff irresistible, where they literally have to pull out their credit card. They can't resist but buy it. Okay, so before we get into those 9 triggers, I want to kind of go over the reasons why people don't buy, because a lot of us, we spend a lot of time, how Brian said, we spend a lot of time doing a lot of different stuff. We do. And, Sherry's going to, really go over some great things that you can outsource in your business, because you should be outsourcing things in your business. You should be focusing on the things that you're good at, right? You should be always focusing on the things that you're good at and letting other people focus on the things that they're good at and that you don't necessarily have to do. I love the quote by, it's John Maxwell, that says, if someone else can do something 80% as good as you, let them do it. Let them do it. And that was hard for me to as an entrepreneur, especially moving from if you're familiar with the cash flow quadrant, moving from that self-employed feeling to the business owner. And if you truly want to be that business owner, then you have to create a team around you that does things and that you can, so you can actually do the things that you're good at. Okay. So what are the reasons that people don't buy? Okay. One of the main reasons that people don't buy, I'm just going to call it like I see it, okay? Some people just don't want your stuff, okay? Some people just aren't in your market. And it may seem like super, just crazy obvious, but some people just don't want your product, service, or opportunity, okay? And that's okay. That's perfectly fine for people to not want your stuff, okay? I love the quote, you should be looking for people that are looking for you. Okay, so actually taking the time to figure out who wants this stuff, who buys it, and who's actually looking for it, instead of just trying to put it in front of everyone's face. Some people just don't want your stuff or your product or your service. Okay, that's number one. That's the number one reason that some people just aren't buying your stuff. Number 2 is they may not believe in you. Okay, and these 9 mental triggers are going to literally guarantee that the person on the other side of the phone, the webinar, the person on the other side of the table, wherever it is going to literally guarantee that they have belief in you. Okay, so that's number 2, is they may not just believe in you. Okay, number 3 is they may not believe in the industry. Okay, a lot of online marketers, network marketers, with everything, with all the noise of the internet that's going around everywhere, they may not just believe in the industry. So when you're handling objections, you're going to be handling certain objections for different kind of things, okay? So you're either going to be handling an objection for either they necessarily just don't want the product, and that may mean getting a referral, okay? You may be handling objections because they don't believe in you, or you may be handling an objection that they just don't believe in the industry. So it may be one of those 3. Now the 4th one is they may not believe in themselves. Okay, and this is probably one of the ones that's probably the most overlooked reason that people don't buy or people aren't buying from you, is they just don't believe in themselves. They don't have the confidence in themselves to say, you know what, I can do this. Okay, so this is the big one here. You've got to be sure that when you're marketing, you are giving people the confidence to go out there and produce. You're doing things that seem so simple. You make it look so easy that everyone thinks they can do it. And you've got to be that person in their corner that's saying, you know what, you can do this. Not in their corner saying how easy it is, because it's not easy, okay? But you just want to make sure that people are keeping it simple, okay? You want to give people the confidence. You want to give people that sense of value, that sense of self-worth, because guys, think about it. Most people are at their job for 8 to 10 hours a day, and they're not getting the pat on the back they need. They're not getting the sense of self-worth or fulfillment or the worthiness that they truly need and deserve. A lot of times then they go home and because of, many people get into a relationship that they don't need to be in. Well, they end up in this relationship with a person that they're not getting what they need from that person either. So you think about it, for the average person, about 16 to 18 hours of the day, you're with a person that you're not getting what you need from them, from either your boss or your spouse, and then you're going to sleep for the next 6 hours. So you're in this cycle of not getting this very, very important thing that you need in your life, which is fulfillment, which is worthiness, which is value. Okay, so if you can be that person to help them, to help them gain that belief that says, you know what, I can believe in myself, I can do this, I can win, I can do this. You are going to be held to just an incredible standard, and it's literally going to become like crack for them to want to buy everything that you have, join everything that you do, because they're going to want to get around you more. And in order for them to get around you more, to get your time, they're going to have to be in your mastermind. They're going to have to join your network marketing team. They're going to have to join your coaching groups or whatever you have. Okay. So if they want your time, then they're going to have to join you, because they're going to feed for it. Okay. So those are the main reasons that people don't buy. But what are the 9 mental triggers that you can start making sure that you're doing in your business today that make people buy? Because if you're not doing these 9 things, okay, if you don't have these 9 things in a pot and you're not cooking this up in your marketing, this is the reason that people don't buy from you. Yes, I did say crack, by the way. Okay, so number 1 is authority. Okay, you have to build authority with a particular audience, and you have to build influence with that particular audience. People follow those in authority positions. Okay, people follow those in authority positions. Authority is literally the one thing that helps shortcut the decision-making process. Okay, and this is how you create authority. You decide just really quick, who do I want to be an authority of? Do I want to be an authority do I want to be a cooking authority? Do I want to be a training authority? Do I want to be an authority of health and wellness? Do I want to be an authority of makeup? Do I want to be an authority that helps women? Do I want to be an authority that helps athletes? You can literally decide to be an authority of any group of people, but you can't be an authority of the world. Okay? You just can't. So you've got to choose, who do I want to be an authority of? What group of people, what crowd, where do I want to be an authority? How do I want people to see me? How do I want this group to see me? And what is this group yearning for? What is this group looking for that they can't find? Okay, what are they looking for that they can't find? And that's going to literally just set you apart. Because if you answer that question, what are they looking for that they can't find, and you go out there and provide it to them on a consistent daily basis, they're going to follow you, and you're going to have authority. Literally, authority is the one thing where you could literally almost say the wrong thing and people just join you, buy from you, because you have so much influence over them. Okay, so that's number 1 is authority. Number 2 is reciprocity. Okay, number 2 is reciprocity. And basically what reciprocity means is when you give, people they just feel like they should give back to you. Okay, one of the best in the game. I mean, if you look at any marketer in any niche, they trigger this reciprocity trigger. Okay, and what that means is, if someone ever came to your house and on Christmas, this is a great example. The Christmas example. When someone buys you a Christmas present and they show up at your house and they got you a gift and you said, holy crap, I didn't get them a gift. That's that feeling inside that says, holy crap, I need to give them something, where you just run up to your bedroom, you grab some re-gift, and then you give it to them, right? That's reciprocity. The feeling of having to give back, okay? And in marketing, if you give so much value, okay, this is one of my biggest breakthroughs is, I thought that, if I gave too much, then people wouldn't join, or people wouldn't buy, or people wouldn't do something, right? They wouldn't take the action, because some people, well, what if I gave too much, right? And some of you may be feeling that right now. Well, how much is too much, Ryan? How much is too much? Give away the farm, okay? Give away the farm. That's my advice to you right now. Whatever you know, give it away, because there's no, in order to really give everything away, you would need time. There's no amount of time. Like if I can host an event All right. I can't give you everything that I possibly know in 2 days, right? In 3 days. So give away the farm. Give away the farm. And people will literally feel like they have to give you their money or something. They'll feel like, you know what, this is worth a share, or this is worth giving to my team, or this is worth, giving you money for. Okay? If you use this art of reciprocity, you'll sell more. You'll have more people join. Okay? So give away the farm. Okay? Stop feeling like you're gonna give away too much. There are people out there that are just looking for free stuff. That's perfectly fine. Okay? That's perfectly fine. The people that never buy, this is a general rule of thumb, especially you guys that are out there building your email list, you're doing your business the right way, you're building an audience, you're really engaging with that audience. Understand that only about 25% of your email list is ever going to buy from you. 75% are just there to support you. They're just there to kind of open your emails, maybe share them here or there, maybe comment. They're not there to buy. 75% aren't there to actually buy. 25% of the buy. So stop setting the expectation that 100% of people on your list or on your friends list or wherever you build your audience that they're going to buy. Okay. Number 3 is trust. Okay. Number 3 is trust. And a lot of you understand this trigger, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But what I want to talk about when it comes to trust is the one thing that I see people miss a lot with trust is time. Okay. It's time. The person that you friend request today or the person that you meet today, you're expecting them to want to buy from you today. And that's not always the case. Okay. That's not always the case. Sometimes you're going to meet people that are ready to buy from you just because they've spent the time going through the process with someone else. Okay. But they've spent the time somewhere. So understand that this trust trigger, the most important variable with this one is time. You've got to understand and respect someone else's time. You've got to respect your time. So a lot of times with our coaching clients and a lot of people that we work with, we have them understand that the friend request that you send today, the person that you connect with today, it may not blossom for 3 months. It may not blossom for 6 months. So you have to respect their time, and you have to be able to be consistent and show up, on a daily basis, so you can actually trigger that mental trigger. All right. So number 4 is anticipation. Anticipation is something that I see just everyone. I mean, I would say if 97% of the industry is not making $400 a month or covering their auto ship or whatever it is in their business, especially for the network marketers out there, it's because they don't use anticipation marketing. They don't create any anticipation. Everything's just flat out. Everything's there. It's on your page. There's no mystery to solve. There's no question to ask. There's just no anticipation. So you've got to learn how to build some anticipation, because at the end of the day, we're all just big kids. I know I am. If you've ever, been involved or been on the phone with me or done anything with me, I'm just a big kid. And I vouch to never grow up. I promise to never grow up. So take it like you see it. But as a kid, you anticipate things. Okay, so go back to that place where you're a kid, when you're just anticipating your birthday or anticipating Christmas or anticipating the release of a new video game or whatever you liked when you were a kid. You built up this anticipation for something, and hell, the companies that market to kids understand this. Okay. They understand that, hey, kids just, they feed off anticipation, and they're going to bug the hell out of their parents until it just, triggers something, and then they're going to make them buy it. All right. So do the same thing in your business. Learn to be a good anticipation marketer. So before this iPad dies and I get kicked off, let's rock it. So number 5 is likability. Okay. Likability. You've got to be a likable person. People that are gracious, kind, honest, caring. These are kind of triggers of likable people. I always reference going back to like high school. Be that person that everybody just likes. Be the person that smiles. Go read How to Win Friends and Influence People. Be the person that's likable. So to give you some advice on this, I see a lot of people, they'll make a fan page on Facebook because they say, you know what, I need to reach a bigger audience, or maybe I'll create a fan page, and they create some, fancy name for their fan page, that doesn't represent a person at all. And the one thing that, people that you're going for when they build a fan page is likes. Okay. So ironically enough, likability and likes kind of go hand in hand here. So if you're looking for likes on your Facebook page, it may be a good idea to create something that represents you, because people are going to they're going to resonate with a person way more than they're going to resonate with some fancy name, right? So I recommend going out there, branding yourself, branding your name, because it's going to be much easier to get those likes if you go out there, brand your name, and you can really show that that page is there to help people. Okay, so likability is huge. Number 6 is events or rituals. Okay, people love to be a part of an event. All right, that's why people love sporting events. That's why athletes make the big bucks. Okay, that's why me, I'm a Dodgers guy. You see my Dodgers shirt, repping the blue. Hey, that's why I wanted to do it. People love sporting events. So one thing that I do in my marketing is I need to create an event out of my marketing. Okay, so if you're going to launch something, make it like an event, make it a ritual. People love to be part of that stuff. Okay, this really brings people together. Okay, and if you're on the live stream and if you're going to say something bad about my Dodgers, then this is my live stream, by the way. Number 7 is community. Okay, number 7 is community. I love this quote. We act in accordance with how we think the people in our community are supposed to act. MLSP is the reason why MLSP is what it is because of the community. Okay, if you really want to just crush it in anything, create a community, bring people together. I love the fact that over the last 2.5, 3 years, I love the fact that I've brought so many people together. I see people commenting on each other's threads, and I'm like, man, I brought those 2 people together. I brought this group together. I created something, and I love that. I absolutely love it. So go out there and create a community. Create a community that people can really, find themselves growing in. I mean, your network marketing company or affiliate marketing company or whatever you're involved in should feel like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. People should be banging down the door to get that golden ticket, and they should never want to leave because it's a phenomenal community. Your network marketing team, Lisa Grossman taught me this, and I'm trying to, a little rushing here that way so my iPad doesn't go out. But Lisa Grossman taught me this. Network marketing is like church. Okay, there's going to be people that show up every day. There's going to be people that show up once a month. There's going to be people that show up, once a week. There's going to be people that just show up to church for just the holidays or just for the special occasions. Okay, you've got to build a community with open arms. So when people leave church, you got open arms and they can come right back into church. Welcome back, baby. I know you missed this. You don't want to be the community where, I see a lot of leaders and they're just like, well, where have you been? I haven't seen you on the calls, or you just stopped plugging in, huh? Yeah? Is that what you do? You said you wanted to get that big house, but you just stopped plugging in. Are you even serious about that kind of stuff? I mean, God. That's not the type of community that people want to be a part of. People will be like, you know what, screw this. It's a volunteer army. I'm paying to be here anyway, right? Create an environment in a community that people just want to just be a part of and never want to leave. They literally just pay to be there and just keep buying products that they may not even want to use, but they just want to be a part of you, okay? So number 8 is scarcity. This is a big one. I feel like no one really understands this, but if you can create scarcity in your marketing, then you're going to create something that's literally because people want what they can't have. That's what people want, what they feel like they can't have. People want things and they buy things that they feel like are limited. When I see posts on Facebook and I see like, hey, I've got 5 spots that I've got open for today that I'm going to help so and so, and we all know that if 6 people came in, you'd let 6 in. Okay, we all know that. However, when my boy Aaron Parker does it and says, hey, I'm going to work with 3 people today, and you know that he's only going to take 3 people, you know that there's scarcity there, okay? So it can't be fake scarcity, okay? It's got to be real, okay? It's got to be real. And in order to gain scarcity, you've got to use these other triggers. The last trigger is social proof. Social proof is the coup de grace of mental triggers, especially in today's day and age. It's the thing that just makes people go nuts. Social proof is the thing. Now, a lot of times, social proof looks like it's natural. When you're building your communities or when you're just trying to get the things off the ground, you do have to ask for some social proof. Don't be afraid to ask for that testimonial. Don't be afraid to ask someone to post, hey, could you tag me after our coaching call? Or, hey, let people know where you are on this webinar. Until you get that ball rolling, that steam rolling, don't be afraid to ask for social proof. But you've got everything you do, you've got to gain and earn social proof. So those are my